Alright, what I have going here is a very basic. I got a Chevy Blazer with a 4.3. All I did was, for this project, because I'm so new to all of this, I created kind of a small unit here that fit right on the side of the motor. I just took two stainless steel pipes, welded them onto a stainless steel bolt, TIG welded them on there, and gapped it. I just went with that gap. It was small enough that I felt it would work. The power situation is not regulated by any means. I just have it plugged into the fuse relay center here, and I just have it tucked in to a fuse. It's just tucked into the bottom. By no means is that kosher, but it's all I had just to try this out. I put this in about a year ago, and then I got deployed and I just returned back. So I'm kind of jumping back into everything. Any pointers that you could give me, I'll be more than happy to take. From that fuse, that was on a 20 amp fuse. Circuit there, I ran it to a 20 amp. That was on 25. I ran this to 20 amp, so this would pop before that fuse or that circuit would, and it's just on a marine switch. Once it pops out, I can reset it. Obviously you have to open up the hood to do that, and then it would run through, power this side, and then obviously the ground goes back around actually to the battery. With this unit, as I ran into two problems when I was running it. One, it's a sealed unit, so there is no availability for it creates a constant vacuum that I found out. With that vacuum, it would push fluid out and back through. I tried lengthening my hose, but the problem I ran into is it would continue push water all the way across the entire front end of the motor and then back up to here, and I would slowly feel it start chugging in the motor, and then I would have to turn off the system and then turn off my FE unit. But the one time that I did run it, I went 137 miles on 3.5 gallons of gas. I filled up, ran it. I actually ended up shutting it off 25 miles before I got to the gas station. Then when I filled up on 3.5 gallons of gas. On the inside, I got it locked, but it has your standard map sensor in it that I'm sure you're very familiar with. I have that. It hooks up. It works just fine. But again, the problem that I ran into before I got deployed was the vacuum that it created to pushing out constant water through the line. I thought about putting in a pipe and kind of like a drip tube, but that didn't work. I don't know what the heat was of it. I don't know what amps I was putting to it. I know none of it ever reached over 20 amps. I'm thinking that pulse PWM would help that. Any pointers you could give me on that, I'd be interested in. I'd also be interested in your other kit that you do have. Just throw some ideas at me. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks.